welcome to Big Lou Barbecue and other things I want to do. And I want to do another cast iron Wednesday for you. I'm not using any vintage cast iron. No, just using some new stuff. I'm using my new Lodge Kickoff Grill. I ordered it a few weeks ago when Lodge put it up on their website. I've seen them in Walmart since then. I really like the grill. No, it's not the old LSG, which, by the way, mine is in the process of being restored thanks to Chris Outdoors. You see how I rhymed that? All right, but I like the Kickoff Grill. It's round and you can fit skillets on it. And we're gonna be cooking in this skillet. We're gonna do some arroz con pollo. Say it like that, arroz con pollo. All right, arroz con pollo, simply Spanish for rice with chicken. And in English we say chicken with rice. Now, arroz con pollo is a typical Latin American dish and Spanish dish, and it's different variations, you know, like the one in Spain is different than the one in Puerto Rico, which is different from many different regions of Mexico, which is different from many regions of Central America and South America. There's lots of versions of arroz con pollo, and if you're looking for an original recipe for that, come to the wrong place. I speak a little Spanish, but this gringo doesn't have original, authentic arroz con pollo. I just have chicken and rice. And this is an easy thing because it's not really a recipe. We're using convenience food. If you're using a little portable grill like the Kickoff Grill, you may be in your backyard, you may be camping, you may be tailgating, you may be picnicking, and you want something easy anyway. So yeah, we're using convenience food. I do this a lot, and I did it recently with chicken and cheddar rice, and had some pictures on YouTube about it, and I had some pictures on Facebook about it, and personal people, they asked me, how'd you do that? How'd you do that? Well, it's not about the recipe, it's just about the technique. First of all, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use just, you know, Mexican rice. They also make a Spanish rice, so you can do this with the Spanish rice. The way I did it with the chicken and cheddar rice was I used this cheddar broccoli stuff. I do this a lot, all right? Use this. Now, this is the Knorr brand. You can use Rice-A-Roni or Uncle Ben's or some other brand of rice, Zatarans, Tony Chachere's, whatever you can find, convenience box stuff. All right, I'm not promoting their brand, I just use it a lot. Often do it with mushroom rice too, chicken and mushroom. Same technique, all right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grill up the chicken, get it partially cooked, about 130, 140, maybe even 150 degrees. It's gonna be chicken quarters. We want those about above 180, all right? I don't mind them going to 190 or so. But we're gonna get them partially cooked, put them off, put the skillet on there, and we're gonna just follow the corrections on back of the bag. Yeah, that's right, I call them corrections. It says directions, but you know, as a dude, we don't follow directions. We just do it our own way. And when we mess up, then we gotta correct it with the corrections, all right? So just follow the corrections to make the rice in the skillet, and we put the chicken in there. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna cover it up with the 12-inch cast iron lid. We're gonna cook it right there on the Kickoff Grill, guys. It's gonna be easy. Now, I will tell you, I usually add stuff. Like when I do the chicken and cheddar, I'll add some cheddar cheese and some red pepper flakes, maybe even some oregano or some other herb, parsley or something on top of there. When I do the mushroom rice, I add a can of mushrooms on top after I get the chicken in there, and before I cover it up, I'll add a can of mushrooms. With this arroz con pollo, the Mexican style rice, I'm gonna be sprinkling on a little paprika. You could use chili powder if you wanted to. I usually use the paprika with the Spanish style, but I'm using it with the Mexican style today. A little hot spice paprika, gonna sprinkle on there, and some queso fresco, all right? If you don't know what queso fresco is, it simply means fresh cheese, all right? And it's very much tastes like mozzarella, but it's got a different consistency. Some people call this crumbling cheese, because you don't have to grate it, and that's why I like it. You can just crumble it up, and we're gonna sprinkle it all over the top. So we're gonna use chicken quarters, the Knorr Mexican rice, and I'm gonna use some fajita seasoning, all right? I got Fiesta brand fajita seasoning if that's what you wanna know. And the chicken's been marinating for about 24 hours in a Dale's and tiger sauce mixture because I had a little bit of Dale's left, I had a little bit of tiger sauce left, I mixed them together. That's what I've been marinating the chicken in. Marinate the chicken in whatever you wanna marinate it in, all right? Let's get it started. My coals are just about lit, and we're gonna get this chicken and rice cooked on the Lodge Kickoff Grill. All right, just a few more minutes in these coals in this Weber small mini rapid fire, which is good for the little Weber tabletop grill. They're perfect for this Lodge Kickoff, this little chimney here. These are B&B briquettes. I have never used B&B briquettes before. I've used B&B lump, but I've never used B&B briquettes. And they've only been in the chimney, and so far I think I like them. I picked them up at the Buc-ee's in Baytown, Texas the other day when I was driving through. All right, these coals are close enough for government work. And besides, I want them to burn a little long anyway, because that way I won't have to refuel. So I'm just gonna dump them out, spread them out. Yeah, See, that's perfect. I just got to get these spread out here, and we'll get the top on them, and boom, we'll be cooking. It's probably a little too meticulous with the coals, but hey, works well. Just set that on there like that. Let that heat up for about 10 minutes while you prep this chicken. All right, so the chicken's been marinating. I had about an ounce or so of Dale's low sodium left, and I had about an ounce of tiger sauce, and I said, you know what, let's marinate the chicken in that. So we're just gonna take them out of the bag. They've been marinating in for 24 hours. I did trim it up a little bit, just cut the last part over the fence off, and any big pieces or flappy skin that, you know, get under here, I cut off. Other than that, I didn't do a lot of trimming. The spine is still attached to these. All right, so what I wanna do is just using that. By the way, every product you see here is been paid for, all right? Nothing's been sponsored on this show today, all right? I bought this Fiesta seasoning. The only things I didn't buy was the paprika and the hot sauce you're gonna see, and those were gifts. The paprika from the benevolent subscriber, and the hot sauce from Carolina Chris Outdoors. I'll tell you more about him in a minute. Get that all over each side of the chicken. All right, we're gonna do all 4 of them just like that. All right, ready for the grill. Now, the grill's been heating up, and I should have sprayed it with this stuff first, but I didn't, so I'm spraying it now. So don't try this at home, all right, because I'm an untrained amateur, so I'm getting away with it, all right? But this can be very, very dangerous. This is that spray oil in a can. Have you seen it? Clover Valley brand. That's the kind we use here in the country in the South. And if you're in the country in the South, you know why. That didn't flame up. Clover Valley doesn't even flame up. Look at that. Just a bunch of smoke. All right, I just set them all down on here like that, skin side down. Listen to that sizzle. They're ready to go. And I'm gonna leave them on here about 10 minutes, skin side down. Get on the grill part, guys. Just get them all where they're inside the grill. And you know, it's a round grill, but that skillet's gonna fit real good on here. All right, about right time. Maybe even too long to flip it. That paprika and chili powder in there gets a little dark. Whoo, look at that smoke. This grill and that B&B charcoal is hot, yeah. All right, but listen to that skin. Can you hear that? Got some crisp. Now, if you want less char on the top, don't leave it so long skin side down. We're gonna leave it like this till it gets at least about 150, 160. 160 is done for white meat, but not for dark meat. So this needs to be at above 180 when we serve it, but it will be because we're gonna finish cooking it in the skillet with the rice. Okay, this chicken is at 138 right there. I've checked some other and then in the 150s and say that's at 151, stuff like that. So I wanna get them off before the bottom gets too black. All right, looks like that right there, not too bad. Get these chickens off of here. They're not done, but they're gonna go back into the thing. That one's a little black, but that's part of having grilled chicken, Arroz con Pollo. So we'll get them off, put them over here on the side, get the skillet on there, and we'll get to cooking this little easy rice mix. Brush all that stuff off and get the skillet on there. All right, that's a Lodge 12-inch skillet with a little silicone handle thing on it right here. And the bottom is smooth, but I never sanded it. I've had it over a decade. And after I'd used it for a few months, even up to a year or so, the bottom was smoothing out. And been smooth as glass for many years now, you know, and never had to sand it. The butter's beginning to melt. And we're gonna dump some water in there and a secret ingredient here in just a minute. All right, the butter has melted. And now this next step is not in the corrections in this brand. It is in the Rice-A-Roni corrections, if I remember, but it's not in this Knorr brand. But I like to just kind of stir the rice into that butter a little bit, kind of start to fry it a little bit, that vermicelli that's in there and all that stuff too. All right, and just stir it around in the butter just for a little bit. All right, I kind of got it all coated in the butter. Now we'll pour in the 3.5 cups of water. It calls for 1 1/3 cup per package. This is 2 packages. I'm gonna stir this around real quick, get that all mixed in there. They got those red pepper flakes in there, you see that? Ooh wee, and they got a little toasty. It's gonna be good, y'all, it's gonna be good. All right, little secret spice here, all right? Sabor, say it like that, sabor. Try it again, sabor. That means flavor in Spanish, right? Texas Pete, Mexican style hot sauce. This was sent to me by my buddy Chris at Carolina Chris Outdoors. If you didn't see my last video and my shout out to him, you need to see that video, or you just need to go to Carolina Chris Outdoors and tell him Big Lou says thank you. He sent this to me, another Texas Pete extra hot sauce, and he sent a top for my other Lodge grill, the Sportsman's Grill. He sent me the top grill grate at cost, what it cost him to ship it, what he paid for it, and he was so kind about that. I can't thank him enough. We're going to add some of this Texas Pete Mexican style hot sauce, just kind of drizzle some of that in there and get this rice flavor kicked up a bit. All right, use whatever kind you like, but I like this because my buddy Chris at Carolina Chris Outdoors sent it to me. Stir it around. All right, so we're just gonna set the chicken in just like this. All right, right around there. 4 chicken quarters should fit pretty well in a Lodge 12-inch skillet, just like that. Put that one in like that in the middle. How's that? There we go. All right, now, take the 12-inch lid. I'll pull out some so you can see what we're doing here. There we go. Set it on there like that. We're gonna let this come to a boil, do what they say do until this rice is done and that chicken is above 180 degrees. And we've got our Arroz con Pollo. We're gonna add a little topping to it once the chicken is done. We're gonna let it stay on there another few minutes. And that's it, guys, that's it. Oops, I hit the tripod, I apologize for that. All right, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes or so. Check the chicken at 15 minutes in the rice, see if it's done. If it's not, let it go 20 minutes or so. But about every 5 minutes, you wanna just turn it. So let's say it's at 3 o'clock now, we'll just turn it to 12 o'clock. Then we'll go to 9 and 6 and back to 3 if we have to, all right? Just to kind of even out the hot spots. All right, I've turned it down to the 6 o'clock now. Let's have a look at it. I may have to turn it to the 9 o'clock. Let's check this chicken and see if it's done. I have no problem with this chicken being in the 190s. 180 is done, but I have no problem with it being in the 190s, even at 200. It's dark meat chicken, hard to overcook it, especially when it's been grilled and then steaming in this water like this with the rice. All right, it looks about done, but you see there's still some water over there that needs to cook off of this rice. This part over here seems to be done, but there's still a little bit of wetness there that needs to cook off for the rice to be done. And I don't know if you can see that because it's upside down, but it says 200. All right. 206. Yep, the chicken is done. So I don't need some of the steam to come out of here. So what we're gonna do, you see this, it has this little flaps on it that cover up these little pour spouts. What I'm gonna do is just turn it like that, and then that opens the pour spout on each side just a little bit so the steam can come out, all right, and let that chicken cook. About to put the toppings on as soon as some of that water boils off of there. All right, I went ahead and turned it, let some of that steam come out of there. Been on for another few minutes. By the way, these helper handles that come with the Lodge Kickoff Grill work well on the helper handle on your skillets, and they work well as a lid lifter too, all right? Just like that. Yep, that's looking good. Now here's what we're gonna do. This is that queso fresco, all right? That crumbling cheese, fresh cheese, and you don't have to shred it. And it's like mozzarella, but raw. It's got sort of a chalky texture to it, but tastes like mozzarella. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna break it up, just kind of falls apart, and break it up all over the top here, all right? And get it all over this rice. And I like it, it's good for camping and stuff because you ain't gotta shred it. And once it melts, it's gonna be a lot like mozzarella, all right? If you don't want cheese on it, don't put cheese. You don't want this kind of cheese, put whatever kind of cheese you like. All right, well, like I said, that chicken is done, but it doesn't matter if it goes a little over. That's why I'm using dark meat chicken. If it was white meat chicken, it wouldn't matter if it goes a little over. But dark meat, no, you can get that up around 200 or something. All right, so get some cheese all in this area here. All right, see how easy it is? No grating necessary. No grating. Oops, I threw some on the ground. Dead nabbit. All right, like that, and it's gonna melt. Whoo, it's gonna be good. Gonna be good. Now, got some of that hot smoked Spanish paprika. I'm just gonna sprinkle it all over it like this right here. All right. You could use chili powder if you want. You could use sweet paprika if you want. You could use whatever, you could use herbs, but whatever I would do, I don't use something like a rub that has salt in it because there's salt in that box rice mix. There's salt on that chicken seasoning I put on that fajita chicken seasoning, and there was salt in the butter, and you could easily get it too salted. So we're just gonna put that paprika on there like that. Not even gonna use it all. All right, already smells good. And cover it up and let it sit right here. And let that cheese get all gooey, and we're ready. You know what? I'd be amiss if I didn't tell you this part. What I want to do here is I want to go ahead and rotate this to the closed position, close off the draft. That'll lower the heat a little bit, and because the rice on the bottom is already done, you know. So we got the draft vents on the kickoff grill closed off now as we just wait on that cheese to melt. All right, it should be all ooey gooey now. Look at that, look at that, look at that. It's beautiful. All right, you'll see it better in the daylight. Now what I'm gonna do, just take this, use this helper handle with these spring things that come with the kickoff grill on this Lodge, lift it up like that. All right, I'm gonna bring it in just a minute. All right, let's take an easy look at this easy Arroz con Pollo because we used a mix, but hey, if you're camping or in the backyard or it's a weeknight, it's easy to do. Look at that, look at that, look at that. And yes, that queso fresco does get gooey, all right? And we'll see what it looks like underneath. Let me set this lid down and we'll get after it. Okay, let's take a look at it. There's that chicken. Look at that rice underneath there. We'll see. Nope, it's not burned on the bottom, guys, and it's not sticking. Okay, that's my plate right there. Got that cheese on top of that chicken. That'll still be good. Most of the cheese is under the rice, you know, because I spooned it out and turned it on there. Got 2 pieces of toast from hamburger buns because that's out of French bread, but it's still going to be good. Hannah's had some of the rice. She's just off camera. Hannah, how is it?
It's really good for, you know, with the chicken and it's good rice.
Eli, what'd you think?
Really good.
He says really good. All right, I'm gonna do a taste test for you too. I don't have to because I do this a lot, but we're gonna do a taste test as well. All right, that round kickoff grill is perfect for that 12-inch Lodge skillet. Most people have one of those in their kitchen. If you don't, get you one. It's my best kitchen utensil. You could do this chicken recipe in your kitchen too. Start the chicken off in your oven instead of the grill, or use a grill pan or something, and then just cook the rest of it on the stove. Sort of like the rice corrections tell you to do, just the way we did on that kickoff grill. Want to thank Carolina Chris for the Texas Pete Mexican style hot sauce. I think it's going to be real good in this rice, and I might add some more to the top of it. All right, by the way, Chris, this oven, you see the blue lights, they're on. Inside there, my Lodge Sportsman's Grill is being refurbished. That's the 3rd coat of seasoning on it, maybe the final coat. I may put a 4th coat on it. We'll see what it looks like when it's finished. You can kind of hear the oven going now. Anyway, can't wait to get back to my Lodge Sportsman's Grill, and it's all because of you, buddy. You did me a solid on that one, I'm telling you. He sold me the top grill grate and sent me this Texas Pete hot sauce. I just dropped my fork. Well, I could retake it or just get another fork. Pick that one up in a minute. All right, right here. Now look, I've already taken off a piece of chicken and I got some of that cheese. All right, look at that chicken, it's done. Woo! Chicken is tender. It's hard to overdo dark meat chicken. That's why I like to do that. Now let's try this rice, all right? Let's try this rice. Got a little piece of cheese underneath there. There's a big old bite of it too. Got that cheese with it too. That is a good, easy, not authentic, you know, it's from a box, but this is about the technique, not the recipe. You can do it with the mushroom rice too. Instead of cheese, put on a can of mushrooms, and you can do it with the cheddar broccoli rice. I like to do that and put on some cheddar and some red pepper flakes and maybe some oregano or parsley or something, just like the way we did the cheese and paprika with this one. That is fantastic and a great way to cook some chicken and do something different with grilled chicken. All right, thanks for watching Big Lou Barbecue. Happy Cast Iron Wednesday. This one's gone way on too long, but gotta thank y'all guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and it's a great technique for cooking chicken. The kids love it, I love it. Thanks for watching Big Lou Barbecue. And since this is Arroz con Pollo, you know I gotta say it. Gracias por mirar.